Miss Salon.
Hello. How are you?
I am good. I am
Good.
good.
We're at the end.
Yes,
Yay.
yes. Um, I know I've told you thank you before, but I do thank you for allowing me to come into your room to do the research project that I had, and it was a good learning experience for me. So
The pleasure is mine. It was a learning experience for me as well.
thanks
So,
a lot.
yes.
Thank you. In pulling everything together, Miss Salam, I'm having to do or I'm doing a video that has several little clips in it that we did in your room, and sharing some of the work that your children did. And I am honestly pleased with how it turned out. I am pleased with how resilient your children were, because our schedule just got so off, with everything happening as it did, but they hung in there. They were troopers, and I really need to go and get special hugs. And
They enjoyed
From
it.
there.
They did. They're still wanting to work on their Frederick Douglass's drawings.
good,
Yeah.
good. And I guess if you don't mind, can we start with you maybe, to give your perspective on how things turned out? How did your
Yes.
children progress, or do you think that they came away from the workshop with a lot more information than they started with?
Yes, I do. I really am pleased with the project, as far as, other than the fact that the timing with all these interruptions,
Mhm.
but we got through it, as you just said. But in the beginning, initially, they kept getting Frederick Douglass mixed up with some other historical figures,
Yeah.
and I think by the end it clicked. They got it, and they enjoyed the ride. They enjoyed getting there. But as far as their knowledge from our previous historical figures that
Mhm.
we had been studying about, Frederick Douglass was one of them, and they were tested on him as well, and so they didn't do quite as well at that time. So, but now they're
Mhm.
constantly talking about Frederick
Great,
Douglass, so I
great.
am pleased about that.
That's good. In one of my reflection pieces that I wrote about this project, I wrote on there that children are really uh, hung up on um, the fact that Frederick Douglass used his fist to
Mhm.
fight.
Yes.
And it took, a couple of conferences and some really in-depth going back over and reviewing to get some of those minds to change and to think of him beyond that fighting piece. But some of the questions that your children asked about, I wonder, I was really, really glad of that. And we did have a chance to find out how did he die, and what's the little guy's name that sits in that first group on the end? He,
Al Tracy.
Al Tracy, yeah. Al Tracy was really eager to share with everybody else the information that he had gotten, because we had a chance to go to the computer together to find that out. And they were still asking, how did he stop slavery? That meant a lot to them. And I think just the overall process of it, because there could be some facts that they may have gotten mixed up, but I think they came away from our project learning and knowing a lot more about Frederick Douglass. And I think they'll probably share that with their family and even their teachers next year. So I thank you. I thank you for making this a learning experience for me and for them.
Well, thank you. As I said, the pleasure was all, actually I said mine, but all ours, because they enjoyed it.
Okay, thanks, Ms. Salon.
You're welcome.
All right, let me turn this off.